All right, hello everyone. I'm Red Protocol, and with me is Exponent. And today we have a fantastic matchup between For Fun Gaming and Extended Warranty in the Crosshair Invitational League.
Yes, indeed, and I believe that we already have the maps selected for this series. If you want to run that down there, Red.
Yeah, I believe. So this series we're gonna have Flak Fort, Thermal Plant, and then the last map being the new map Conveyance Center or something. So should be pretty interesting match. I think we saw Conveyance earlier today in the matchup we had a streamed earlier. So yeah, should be exciting to see that map again and see how two different teams sort of play around it.
Yeah, so there was some technical difficulties with the map website, folks. So that's just unfortunately how it is. So yeah, the first map is thermal, second map is flak, and then the decider is going to be conveyance. Yeah, we did see conveyance earlier today against with
And for those
Sator's
of you that
2 and Gundam 7 stars.
And for those of you that don't know, Thermal Plant is a domination map. There's 3 points on the map, and they have to be captured in order to up your score to 100%. First team to 100% wins. And then Flak Fort and Conveyance Center are both 2CP or 2 point capture maps, in which there is an attacking and a defending team, and the attacking team has to capture 2 points in order to secure the round, and then the sides will be switched. And obviously, the defending side has to defend and stop the opponents from doing so.
All right, so let's talk a little bit more about both of these teams and sort of what this matchup is. So we have Extended Warranty and For Fun, and we can see by the rankings right now, Extended Warranty off to a 3-0 start in the league. So they're off to a really good start right now, and they're going to be hoping to sort of keep this going and keep this win streak on around.
Yeah, absolutely. But for fun gaming, not doing too bad. They still have a 1 win, 2 losses. So if are able to secure this win, then they'll have 2 wins to 2 losses, evening out their record, and they'll be clawing even closer to the top of this leaderboard.
Yeah, so there's lots of different matches that can go on through this league. We have 7 weeks of games, so even if with a bit of a rough start, you can still catch up and sort of really get ahead in this one. So For Fun, definitely not out of it or anything like that. So it should be a pretty good matchup.
Absolutely. And I believe we have unit bans as well. Is that not true? And so, ah, and we're looking at, so from your perspective here, Red, what units would you be looking to ban, especially for the thermal plant map?
Well, so I'm thinking Thermoplant. It's a tough one actually. There's a lot of really fantastic units on this map. I'm thinking like units like Sasano, units like Pale Rider. So yeah, there's a lot of really great units in this map. I've even seen earlier in this league a Sosby ban, which really completely changes how you play the game. So that was really interesting. But I think we already see now our first ban is actually the Marsai, and I imagine that's from the side of extended warranty. And so yeah, that's gonna be a targeted ban against Hyowo, who's a known Marsai player. And yeah, they say we don't want to deal with that, so they take out that Marsai.
Absolutely, and that you touched on a really good point there. Being able to ban that one unit really stops teams if they have that one really strong one trick pony player, and more than that, what I love that it adds a whole lot of complexity. It can really change up your team comp, and it can really if you don't necessarily have a good unit on your field or on your team. You can also target them that if they have that same strong unit. Again, it just adds that little bit of extra complexity that can make the jumble up the matches.
Yeah. But so speaking of the complexity added by these pick and bans, For Fun have gone for the Dom Trooper ban. So that's really interesting. I don't know if that's a targeted ban against someone on an extended warranty, or maybe just they don't run it and they think, this team probably runs Dom because Dom is around on so many maps. So they decided to just take it out and not let them use it. But yeah, really interesting picks and bans here.
I really do have to say, with the two unit bans in this case, especially for thermal plant, Marasai has great pick potential, and especially if you're able to get that pick and you're able to turn the tides in your favor, fight that 6v5 right off the rip, and not only that, the Marasai ult can really open up their team for just securing the point, getting a whole bunch of picks and advantage. And honestly, same thing with Dom Trooper. Dom Trooper has so much splash damage, and his ult is such a great entry tool for a team that's a little behind. I mean, Red, I'm sure you and I can remember quite a few times on this map using Dom Trooper ult in order to actually get in order to re-secure a point, whether that be A or C.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams adapt to sort of losing one of like the biggest entry tools this game has with that Dom Trooper ult. Another thing I want to note is that a good a good thought to have is that perhaps with the Marsai ban, Extended Warranty is going for more of a melee-centric team comp, because Marside does a great job sort of shutting down melee characters, and so maybe with that ban they want to sort of lean into that side of the game more.
100%. So with the recent, well, I don't know how recent at this point, maybe 2 weeks ago with the new update, Zeta Gundam's been introduced into the game. And do you think that he is going to be a unit that's picked up for this map 1?
Yeah, I think for a thermal plant, Zeta Gundam's totally viable. I mean, I ran it personally in the Summer Clash. I think it's great here, but it's a very interesting unit because if you're not doing well as Zeta Gundam and your rage meter isn't building, you're going to be doing pretty low damage compared to other units in the game. So he's a unit that really needs sort of some time to sort of build up, and if you fall behind as Zeta, it might not work out the greatest. But yeah, we might see some plays. So
absolutely. And our first match is underway, loading into thermal plant.
Already a little bit disappointed. Doesn't look like the team's coordinated. Oh nope, we saw some coordination here from
For fun.
Yeah, from For Fun. Yeah, thank you.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, I always love seeing the coordinated sort of profiles when the teams all load in. It's always fun.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, both times I've seen the teams fully coordinate, they've lost. So maybe not a good omen.
Maybe not, but very excited to see this match. And already at the top of the screen, we can see some units getting picked. On the side of Extended Warranty, they have the Mahiro pick. And honestly, that's something that I really like to see. Especially if you have lineups and you really know how to play Mahiro, you can get a lot of really great value. And people underestimate his stun. Sure, he's a low health unit, but at the end of the day, he can zone control so heavily. Especially on maps like B, A, and C, all of the points on this map. And especially if you're pushing into the enemy spawn, being able to bounce grenades into their spawn is a very effective way of stopping them from regrouping effectively.
Yeah, and Sweet Peanut Butter, a known Mahiru player, so I'm sure that'll work very well for them. I also want to point out, look at all the melee units we're seeing in this lobby. 3 melee units on the side of For Fun. I think they're leaning into knowing that there's not going to be any Marsai sort of fighting them. I think they're really going to try and take advantage of that. The Mahiru can sort of sit in the back while the melee units take all the space. But here we are going towards this C site. And it looks like the standard sort of main fight going off at the start.
Absolutely. We're seeing Delta Pilot and the Zaku, all of the melees on one side, and they get a massive slam. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Yeah, we saw the pick immediately from the Mahiru, I guess, in the initial push. And then all of the melee units came along the right side, and they just sort of took out everyone. And they sort of pushed Extended Warranty back, and that's C point for Fun.
Absolutely. Delta Pilot must be feeling himself. Getting a slam on 2 or 3 people right off the rip, turning the point immediately into your favor is a great way to start off the match.
Yeah, Barb's been hit by a lot of nerfs, but good Barb players definitely can still make it work, and we see that playing out right here. But here we go with the Zaku 2 melee pushing out immediately, using that invulnerability and building his rage, and actually escaping there. That's incredible. Although it doesn't mean that they get the res, but these kills are going the way of For Fun again.
Yep, For Fun able to keep the point secured. Now they already have half the time, but Extended Warranty coming back in, trying to recontest the point, and they're getting a res off. That's massive for them. They flip the point with 19 seconds remaining. Honestly, not too bad. If I was them at this point, I'd just be trying to rotate over to B, but it seems that they're opting to continue to fight on the C point. And they're able to get another pick, which is actually massive. Means they'll be going into this B fight with that +1 advantage.
Yeah, it's a really big stagger to pick up when they're all rotating to B here, and yeah. So now we're going up for the B fight, and it looks like the picks, again, going the way of a For Fun, but Delta Pilot goes down while he had the ult available. That's a pretty big loss. So really with the res, Delta Pilot using his Barbados ult, he's able to take out 1, 2, make that 2 from Delta Pilot with the ult, and again, this is going the way of For Fun with only 2 members left up on the side of Extended Warranty.
And For Fun, banning that Marasai, they're really leaning into the fact that they're going to be able to have a really strong presence with those melees, and they're playing really close together, and it's working out very well.
Yeah, they're really punishing Extended Warranty for that Marasai ban. They went to target ban Kyobo, and instead they're getting triple meleeed. Really not working out for them. But here we see the Gundam ult coming in, sort of holding that space. Oh, look at Mr. Hockey in that little corner there, just sneaking in where the Gundam ult was. And yeah, they go right by him. Look at him getting off the flank.
Pale Rider ult picks up 1. He's looking to do a lot of damage. Unruly counter Pale Riding ult, trying to stay alive and dish out damage at the same time. But it really does seem like For Fun is going to be able to hold down the point.
Yeah, unfortunately for the legend there, his Pale Rider ult ended right in the face of Unruly, who then cleaned him up. And yeah, Forefront were able to hold him to the point, although looks like the Unicorn's actually going to try and stop it, but they go down. Yeah, all these melees on point, you just can't enter because they're just holding the space, and once you get in, you get slammed by melee characters. It's a really interesting strategy they're utilizing here. And then the entire time, the whole fight, the Mahiro is just spamming grenades through the main door, trying to deny entrance. It's a really interesting team comp.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that the Ma hero spamming those grenades constantly, playing it so smart from the back end, and you see, he might not be getting the most amount of kills, but at the same time, he is doing a ton of damage and doing so much zoning. They're really playing well together right now.
Yeah, one thing that's really hard, it's really hard to enable your passive healing when the Mahir is on the other team because he's always spamming around everywhere, and it's really hard to just avoid any little ticks of damage with a Mahir running around. But here we are at the fight for the opening of the C point, and Delta Pilot's able to get a kill. We're at the start on Weibo.
It does seem like Extended Warranty is getting pushed back again. For Fun, able to secure the point, but the Susanoo goes down at the hands of a Barb. And massive slam by Keku, able to take down Delta Pilot. The Barb B-Barb 1v1, asserting his dominance.
Yeah, but For Fun are actually playing this pretty smart. They know they're down right now, so they're sitting at the bottom there with that Zaku 2 melee ult, and Higazanu Mizumune trying to stay alive, but unfortunately goes down right at the end. But that's actually really good for Fun here. 97%, they can just go set up at 8 point now, and they know they only need 3% to win this round.
Absolutely. And if we're looking up at the top, the ults are definitely in the favor of For Fun right now, but I will say Extended Warranty is having Punch coming up, Hades is coming up, Hyperion ult is coming up, and For Fun doesn't really have too much else other than the Barbatos ult and the Susanoo ult.
Yeah, I'm really looking at this Hyperion ult. I want to see what they're able to do with this, and I hope they're going to push towards the health pack on the right with the Hyperion ult and sort of reclaim that space, because For Fun are already set up on this point.
Absolutely.
For those like Delta Pilot's getting aggressive there, trying to sort of deny that entry, hoping to catch someone off right at the start.
Indeed, getting very low here, does end up falling. Maybe he was just a little too far forward, a little too early, because now the fight is in favor of Extended Warranty, but the Mahiro is able to take down the Pale Rider, and that means, and the Pale Rider used his ult. That's so sad.
It's really unfortunate, and the point's already on for Fun, so any sort of time with Extended Warranty off point, and they'll be able to capture this. That Barb ult's coming in too.
Yep.
Yeah, all of these ults. Mahiro ult as well. There's just too many ults. I don't know if Extended Warranty are going to be able to get in here, and yeah, RX June, the last person on point, and they're going to go down, and I think that'll be the round for Fun.
For Fun Gaming, honestly, it's looking like they really utilize that unit ban, and they're really playing heavily into that. Triple melee isn't conventionally great, but they are making it work very well. And I think a large reason for that is that Mahiro. It's really forcing the other team back, and it's allowing them to take that space that normally is contested by shooters.
Yeah, it's a really interesting sort of team comp and play style because like you said, these melees are all up in the front creating the space, and the Mahir is just able to sit back and just farm. And I mean, look at his damage, top of the charts. The Mahir, sweet peanut butter, showing off the viability of the character, and that's really great to see. Honestly, it's a really, really cool way to play the game.
Absolutely. Very effective right now. And honestly, if you're looking at the damage numbers overall, For Fun is just really doing well this round. But Extended Warranty, it looks like they're changing up their comp a little bit. They're running the Zaku range now. Maybe they're recognizing the threat of that Mahiro, and Mahiro is extremely weak to Z2R. Z2R can get into their back line and absolutely just end their shooters, which they don't have many of, and he's very effective against melees, given his smoke.
Yeah, absolutely. I really do think it's a great change. And I saw they were questioning perhaps going towards the gun tank, but I'm glad they didn't stick with that. I don't think the gun tank would have went great into all of these melees, so it was a good job they had there of kind of figuring out a way to sort of win against this comp. But here we are on the A site, and For Fun already do control the right health pack room, and Delta Pilot going in with the Barbados slam, and he's not able to connect.
Yeah. And he gets counter slammed by Keku. That's massive.
Big punish. Yeah, an absolutely huge punish, and now the point, it looks like so far, Extended Warranty are in control for the most part, but they're fighting over. Oh no, For Fun actually grabbing some control there, but all of the kills going towards Extended Warranty.
Did Extended Warranty? Yeah, they had a Ashamar last round. And
Yeah.
Ashmar's doing work right now. Delta Pilot able to get a pick, though, on the Z2R. Guess I must have spoken too soon earlier. But the overall point is still held by extended warranty, despite the fact that they're picked, and they just need to stall out for another, I would say, 15 more seconds, and then this point will be a total win for them.
Yeah, but For Fun trying to deny that last 15 seconds. Coming in right now, the Mahiru's sitting back and spamming, and he's able to get out before he gets taken out. He's at very low HP, and Extended Warranty denied this push. I think maybe this team comp change sort of helped, and yeah, they're actually being able to hold A point.
Absolutely. We should start seeing both teams rotating over to the C point, and we are seeing that on the side of For Fun. They recognize that that point's totally lost, and they need to secure the objective, but Extended Warranty is not giving them a second to breathe, continuing to get picks, or they got picked.
Yeah, I think the Legend there got a bit caught out on his own, and Kyoto punished them, and that means that they're going to be controlling the C point at the start, with it being a 6v5 for a little while.
And I will say,
Yeah.
C point is one of those points where if you're on it first, it can be very difficult to break, especially if you're able to stall with those bigger units on the bottom side. You can really just milk this point for points.
Yeah, absolutely. When I'm thinking of that, thinking of unit like the Zaku 2 melee, where he can sit there at the bottom, use his vulnerability, and just stall for a lot of time. But as we're saying
the
this, the point
undone
does go
was
toward
fought.
Extended Warranty.
And
And
if
it
we're
falls
looking
back
at
to For Fun.
Yep, the Mod Hero ult gets taken down by Supernova, the Pale Rider. This is a very close fight right now. Kaku looking to try and engage. He finds Delta Pilot and slams him down, giving his team any ults in! Unfortunately gets taken down rather immediately after getting one slash off. Unfortunately not the kind of value you want to see, but it's not the end of the world for them.
No, I think he got a bit lost in the sauce there. A bit of a 1v4 situation where he popped Barbell, and the other team just focused him, and he wasn't able to get the value he wanted out of that. And it looks like on the side of Extended Warranty, they're actually going to be giving the rest of the bombs, the rest of the point. They're going to be going towards that B site, taking up the high ground position, and hoping to sort of hold this and stop For Fun's push.
Looks like For Fun is going to be going through their spawn, looking to try and spread the map and not all collapse into one spot. Delta Pilot looking for a pick, doesn't find it. Unruly popping ult though, trying to find big value with that. Unfortunately gets killed so
punch.
fast.
The punch from Weebu takes it Unruly and denies that Pale Rider ult. One of the great counters in this game is that Ashmar punch on a unit ulting, and he worked out very well there. And Supernova popping his Pale Rider ult to sort of secure this point. And yeah, the point's going for Extended Warranty handedly.
And the Z2R right now is getting so much value. He's such a nuisance, cycling health pads. You know, he used an ult in the middle of that fight to just secure one more kill, pushing the advantage on the side of Extended Warranty.
Yeah,
Mr.
Zaku 2
Hockey
range
getting
shell, definitely an
picked.
underrated one. But yeah, oh my gosh, a bit of a little C9 there as the point does go towards For Fun there. Just the two melees, I don't know how to say that name, a Delta Pilot, just getting up on point at the start here. And the Mahiru son on the Pale Rider doesn't actually get the kill, but Supernova's very low, and yeah,
C2M able to stay alive for so long on this point, securing it. I really thought that Extended Warranty was going to be able to flip it there, but they weren't able to. Kaku looking for a pick, unfortunately doesn't find it, but does make it out with his life. And it now looks like For Fun is totally up in this fight. They have the positional advantage, and they're getting a lot of this point.
Extended Warranty trying to get a little bit of points here at the end, and they do, and really tries to go in and stop it, but he's taken out. And the very end of the point going towards Extended Warranty, but overall, that was a point For Fun. And right now, this round is neck and neck.
62 to 69, a very, very close game, but Extended Warranty is going to have to clutch up, and they have 3 ults to do that, the Gundam ult, C2R ult, and the Unicorn ult, and I really want to see that Unicorn ult popped early here, and it does get popped immediately just to dish out a ton of damage into their spawn, force them back, not allow them forward. And if you see, the Z2R is actually all the way up to the left, and he's looking to try and get into the side.
Kaze with the Z2M going to try and take this space, and it gets denied actually, but he ends up taking it in the end, and that's the point For Fun. They only need 30% more to capture this, and Extended Warranty to break back in, and they're going to be trying RX June on the high ground, shooting down at Hikaze and the rest of the team at the bottom. Look at this, just stalling at the bottom with these melee units. Oh, Hiku with the barbell to try and deny the space, but the invulnerability part popped the Hikazue, and he goes down at the end, but that's a lot of time bought for his team.
Absolutely. Delta Pilot 1 HP, they're looking for him. They do end up picking up Delta Pilot, but now Sweet Peanut Butter is at the bottom surviving, as well as Unruly, and they need to kill those people at the bottom. I mean, don't get me wrong, securing the top and getting, numbers advantage is important, but you do need to kill those people at the bottom of the map. Gundam coming out to deny them from getting back on. Fortunately, Extended Warranty is holding out for a little bit longer.
Unruly actually was down there this entire time. He's been able to stay alive until now, where he's finally taken out by the Legend. And yeah, we're looking at the points now, and it looks like Extended Warranty actually do have the player advantage, but the point is still not in their favor. They need to go down and capture this point, or they're never going to be able to win this round.
Looking to get a res on the Pale Rider, that'll be really big here, especially because Pale Rider has Hades. That means Hades can be popped on the side of Extended Warranty, but the Hades and the Susanoo ult Transam are both available on the side of For Fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking at Weebu here with his Ashmar punch to try and stop these ults from coming in. I think that's the play they need to sort of save this round, and we're going to see if he can pull that off. In the meantime, both Pale ults haven't been popped. Oh, we hear the punch. Oh, but it did not take out the Pale ult, and he goes down. That's a lot of damage missed, and can Unruly win with this Pale Rider ult as he goes in. Delta Pilot with a Barb ult takes out 2.
And 3! On the side of For Fun, they get a res. Extended Warranty was holding off very well, but unfortunately there's only 2 members left on their team, and the point is going to switch, and it looks like the game is going to go in the favor of For Fun, 2-0 on map 1, Thermal Plant.
At the end there, we saw Delta Pilot build up the Barbados ult again, and he's able to use it and get so much value, just almost solo winning that last fight. And yeah, that was a really interesting map of Thermal Plant. We got to see a really unique team comp sort of used really well, and as For Fun are able to take the win there.
Despite the fact that For Fun won, though, we are seeing 2 people on the podium from Extended Warranty. The Z2 are getting so much value, as well as Weebu on that Ashimar.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that also goes to show just how effective the melee units can be in sort of not doing the most damage, but with everything else they do. The sort of combos by Barb getting insta kills, the tanking by Z2M. So it's really interesting to see that stats-wise, maybe they weren't the best, but in game we saw how effective the units were.
Absolutely, and again, I really want to call out that Mahiro play. I feel like having the Mahiro in the back, able to just, as you said before, keep them from doing passive healing, constantly getting that pick damage, forcing them to move and stay off to the sides, really just opened up the map for the melees to walk forward, and then once they walked forward, the Mahiro can move forward, start shooting at different angles, and then just keep on pushing the other team back, not giving them an opportunity to fight at all.
Yeah, I'm going to be really curious about what sort of I wonder how much damage the Mahiru took that game, because I imagine that the Mahiru was sitting pretty far back in most fights, probably just spamming grenades and ricocheting them off walls, and I bet he didn't take much damage because he was making all the space for his melees to sort of go in and then be that front line who are having the sort of target on them. And I think that's a big reason as to why the Mahiru was able to get so much value.
Absolutely. One thing that I would have liked to see was a Sazabi on other side. Maybe because I'm just a dirty Sazabi player myself. I do know that Sazabi playing into triple melee is relatively difficult, but if you play it right, Sazabi can get so much value. One little half dash away from a barb slam allows him to just almost take all of the barb's health in 1 or 2 shots, and can be really effective. Yeah, it may have just been that tank that they needed to try and force their way in.
I mean, and we saw that like later in the round as well, where Extended Warranty actually did have the point on B, but they gave it up to For Fun because I think they were just so scared of these melee units coming in, and they didn't have the tank who can just sit on point and just sort of contest. And so those melee units just got onto point, and nobody went down to contest, and they actually sort of snuck back the B point there, and they got a lot of percent there, almost as much that maybe Extended Warranty would have had another fight later on in this round if they had not let that ever happen, but they did.
Absolutely. But overall, I have to say both of those rounds very, very competitive, and Extended Warranty is not out of this game at all. Their next map coming up is Flak Fort, a 2CP map, significantly less brawler. Melees are going to be way weaker, and it means that maybe the unit bans will be a little bit different on the side of For Fun. Maybe they try and target something different so that they can play more of their own game.
Yeah, I think that's a really great point to bring up, is that, yeah, Flak Fort definitely not as brawling. These melee units aren't going to be getting the same value. So that sort of outplay For Fun did by sort of using the Marsai ban from Extended Warranty to their advantage won't work as well this time. So they're going to think of like another sort of strategy to sort of counteract the Extended Warranty here if they want the same success.
I feel like you either, on either team, they either need to ban the turn A or they need to pick the turn A on this map. This is probably one of turn A's best maps in the game. The ult is so effective, the range is perfect for him, and I feel like if the unit isn't banned, then both teams need to be running it because it really helps you break through, especially that second choke when you're attacking. Having the turn A ult to break through the second choke, or if you're able to break through it while holding the turn A ult, even better. You're able to turn A ult into their spawn while you're getting the point or getting the second point. It's very, very strong.
Yeah, turn A incredibly strong on Flak Fort, and we see the first ban coming in from For Fun onto that Dom Trooper. It looks like that's just their permaban against Extended Warranty here, just not wanting to deal with the Dom Trooper from Extended Warranty. And yeah, it's an interesting ban for the Dom Trooper. Fantastic on Flak Fort. His ult, especially, like we talked about, being able to push in and take space. And without that Dom Trooper, I feel like the attack side is going to have a bit of a harder time.
And Keku on the side of on the side of Extended Warranty banning Marsai. Does that look like? I don't know. Oh, yes. Same bans.
Very interesting. Looks like both of these teams just target banning each other, not wanting to deal with Kyowo's Marisai and not wanting to deal with Dom Trooper from Extended Warranty. So we're going to see how that plays out in Flak Fort. But what we do expect, like you were talking about earlier, this is going to come down to sort of who can get better turn A value, because he's a really central unit for this map. Because turn A ult, you can almost guarantee a sort of team win on like a fight, not a team wipe, but a lot of kills, because it's just the way this map is and the way it's designed. So it's going to come down to which team can sort of get the best turn A value if they're both running turn A, and if they're not, I expect some really good counters.
Absolutely. I almost wouldn't even mind seeing the turn A Methis combo. I know it's more of a Japanese comp. The North American players don't usually play it as much, but I feel like if you're able to build that Methis cable charge and then cable charge the turn A, that's extraordinarily powerful. And even if you're running, a Pale Rider or something like that, if the Methis is building the cable charge very fast, they can cable charge the Hades, which is again another fight that should be pretty much guaranteed win for whichever side is popping those ults.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big advocate for the Method, so I'd love to see that. And yeah, it's a great point. I do think a way to sort of make the turn A ult really get the value and guarantee it being a sort of team fight win is by running the Methus and sort of using the cable charge with it. So we're going to see if the teams are able to adapt and sort of do that or not. We'll see what these
And
team
as
comps look like. I'm really interested to see it.
And as Lich just pointed out, he said, "There you go, Red," because the side of Extended Warranty, wait, sorry, for fun, they all had the pink, what is that? Haro, that icon, not icon, profile picture. So they're, the side of For Fun is trying to break that curse of, having the unified profile pictures and winning.
Well, see, in my experience, the teams that coordinate lose. So I hope we don't see that. I want to see a map 3. I'd love to see some conveyance. But we're seeing the Dynamies come out from the side of Extended Warranty. This is a really interesting team comp to look at. Both sides running the turn A. So this is going to be a really cool matchup to watch.
Absolutely. And if you see on the side of Extended Warranty, they're also running the Zeta Gundam, and I'm very surprised to see that the side of For Fun does not have any flying units. I feel like, especially on a map like this, you get a lot of interesting angles that you're able to fight over in the air that you can't otherwise contest. And we are seeing my beautiful baby coming out on the side of For Fun, Sazabi, played by Hike's Mizumi.
I
High wave.
I had the
Okay,
same
thank
issue
you.
too. That's a rough name to sort of get out well casting and reading it for the first time. But yeah, I also want to point out we're seeing the Mahiru again on the side of their defense For Fun. So I want to see how the value they can get out of that and what their plan is to use that unit. Giving up the bridge and playing inside, sort of a common sort of step for Flak Fort, and I'm glad to see it.
I was almost gonna say that I would have preferred to see Sniper coming out on the side of Extended Warranty. However, with them playing inside, oh, and he switched off of it. Was it Keku that was on it? Switched back to Barb? I believe so.
No, I think it was. It must have been, yeah. He swapped off the Dynamies, or it might have been the Legend off to the Pale, but regardless, they're off that Dynamies. It was just the start, off to a range unit, and they're going to be trying to get inside here and break through For Fun's defense. But as I say that, Sweet Peanut Butter, Mr. Hockey with the first 2 picks.
Absolutely, that Mahiro just able to stop them from getting a push even started.
I mean, the Mahiru value is looking incredible right now in Flag 4. Why didn't we ever run this? This is looking insane. Just they can't ever get in. They're just getting constantly spammed by this Mahiru. And yeah, I mean, extended warranty, they don't have a big tank to sort of help them get into sight. They're trying to use the Hyperion bubble, but I don't think it's enough.
I'd have to agree with you, and we really need to see extended warranty just group up and make one consolidated push, because that's how you counter the Mahiro. If you try to slowly stagger and slowly fight, it's not going to go well. And we're seeing Hawk going down. Oh, that's massive. That's massive for the side of extended warranty.
Yeah, a big note for Flag Fort is that respawns for defense for this point take a very long time. So if attack can just get 1 or 2 permanent picks, then they're going to be able to retake the fight the next time because the defense won't be at full strength.
And Keku getting another pick on Gifted Gab on the turn A. Yeah, but Sweet Peanut Butter just not allowing extended warranty any space.
I mean, just look at while they're getting that res, all the Mahiru damage coming out, not letting them get that res for free. But this is the first time we've really seen extended warranty actually trying to contest the point here. Coming through the side entrance, we see Kiku as the Bard trying to get a slam on Hika's Mr. Wave, but he misses and gets away with it. Oh, he jumps up to the health pack though. That's insane play from Kiku.
Able to live doing so much damage, but the Sazabi is going to unfortunately go down, which means that this point is going to open up. And Sweet Peanut Butter is very low right now. If he's not careful, he's going to die. But he does give up that positional advantage going for the health, and it means that extended warranty is going to be able to push in.
The Gundam ults on both sides getting kills on Gifted Gab and Supernova, and this is going in favor of extended warranty. It looks like, oh, Weebu at no HP, but he's able to hide and get that health back, and it looks like 4 Fun are grouping out outside to do one last push, but their health is not looking great. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to sort of go for a push here if they want to regen. And yeah, it looks like they're going to fall back here, giving up on this first point.
It's definitely the right call. You don't want to give ult charge in favor of the attacking team or be staggered at all, because this second point defense is one of the hardest to break in the game, but if it's broken, the other team can kind of just walk right on through.
Yeah, this is like we were talking about earlier with the Dom Trooper ban. This is one of those points where it's really helpful to have this Dom Trooper sort of break in with the ultimate. And I want to see how Extended Warranty plan on doing this without that ult.
Absolutely, and keep in mind the ult charge on the turn A's is very close, 84 to 82%, which is very massive. And if you look on the side of extended warranty, 55% towards punch. And we're seeing a Sazabi ult trying to delay the other team from pushing in. He is showing for the Barb, fortunately able to stay alive.
Yeah, that was Mahiru and Sazabi all popped to sort of just kind of deny the space before the fight started. Maybe trying to buy time for Gab to build up that turn A ult, but I don't know if they're aware that Ethan is also at the same point as she is. Oh, and Kyo getting the pick on RX June, sort of, and they don't get the res. That's a great job to sort of slow down this attack.
But they are diving the right side, killing Gifted Gab right now with the turn A ult, which means that they have an opportunity right now. With one turn A dead, the other turn A alive, the extended warranty's turn A ult about to come up, but the Pale Rider ult is popped instead. And we're going to see what kind of space they're able to make.
Turn A ult for point.
We really need to see the Legend get the pick here on the RX-78. Not able to, and turn A ult is popped on the side of 4 Fun. Able to get one pick. Looks like he's going to get a second pick. Not able to, unfortunately, but is really able to delay the other team from pushing any far forward.
Yeah, it might not have gotten the most kills, but it does deny the space, and we're seeing the turn A ult pop from the side of extended warranty, and it's able to get one as well. But yeah, it looks like both turn A ults only getting the one kill here. Both teams doing a good job of sort of avoiding that area of effect and denying the value from the turn A.
I don't know if you caught it, but Unruly also popped an ult there. Was able to get 1 or 2 picks with it. Not the most amount of value, but still very effective. And it does look like 4 Fun is able to retake the position. Gift of Gab, hot swapping to Ashamar. Very smart play here. Knows that she's not going to have enough time to build another ult, and so switches to Ashamar for the Molly and potentially to build the punch.
Yeah, that's a great heads-up decision. And we're also seeing the Ashamar brought out on the side of extended warranty, and the punch is ready for Weebu. I wonder how they're going to try and use this, but the Gundam ult goes out to like sort of secure those kills by Mr. Hockey. No chance of getting a res, although he does go down in the end.
RX June's ult on Gundam is able to secure the kill on Susanoo. Mr. Hockey does have ult on Susanoo, which is really big, and we're seeing the Ashamar Molly from the hot swap from Gab denying space. We're really going to need to see extended warranty do something here. They have the space.
I'm really looking at this Hyperion ult or this Ashamar ult to do something, sort of get them in, but I think without this tank, they just don't have the space to use these ults, and Weebu goes down without using his punch.
That's bad.
Yeah, and the Mahiru ult comes out from Sweet Peanut Butter to try and deny this space on the right, and now they're trying to contest point Supernova, but they go down as well without the ult being used, and there's just not enough time for Extended Warranty to use these ults and sort of actually take this point. Kiku and the Legend trying to buy time on point, but the Legend, the last alive, popping the Pale Rider ult, but they're alone against 3. They take out Mr. Hockey. They're fighting for Kyo, and Weebu comes in to support, and they're actually getting the team kill.
Oh my god, the team killed the Sazabi walking back in. Pale Rider does unfortunately drop the punch used to secure the kill on the Sazabi. That's big. And the Hyperion is finally back.
Hyperion having this ult. We need to see this pop from Supernova. We need to see this Hyperion value come out. When are they going to pop it? This might be what decides the fight. Popping it now, catching Mr. Hockey, and they go down!
Waited just a little bit too long. Kiku just trying to stay alive, denying the point, and it does look like the Pale Rider is gonna get there. Barely is able to get there, but I think that is gonna be a solid defense on the side of For Fun.
I don't think either team is too unhappy with how that went. 44% on the attack on point 2, totally winnable position. But at the same time, on defense, you're probably happy. They didn't get the 2-0. We can win from here.
Absolutely. And I really have to say, I thought that the ult management and the ult usage on the side of Extended Warranty just wasn't quite there. I feel like that Hyperion needed to be, especially when they finally got back to the point, you need to be playing right close to their spawn so that the moment you hear them coming around the corner, you can just dash to the side and pop an ultimate. And that is something that just needs to be done.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it looked like they popped ult right in the middle of point, and they just got caught. They took too much damage.
Absolutely. And if we're looking at the damage right now on the side of both teams, we're seeing Sweet Peanut Butter leading the game in damage yet again. 20,502 damage in one round on Mahiro with 17 kills and 3 deaths. That is just an unbelievable performance out of Sweet Peanut Butter.
Yeah, that's just awesome to see. And I also want to point out on the side of Extended Warranty, the Legend 27, popping that Pale Rider ult and really saving that half for them. I think if that didn't happen, they didn't really clutch up there. Although Weebu, of course, did come for the assist. But if that ult didn't happen and they weren't able to stay alive on point, this would not have gone to 44% for the side of Extended Warranty. This wouldn't have been winnable.
Absolutely. It would have been, at best you're looking for it would be a draw from that position. Because when you're, if you're not able to get that first tick, for those that don't know, if you don't get the first tick on a 2CP point, you're unable to actually win. It will go all the way back down to 0% and it won't count. So, as Red Protocol just stated, that is absolutely massive. It put them into a winning position. But we are going to need to see, I feel like, a little bit more out of Extended Warranty if they want to secure this win.
Yeah, and just to talk more about this map in general, with Flak Fort, this first point, you don't generally hold this for the full 5 minutes unless you're really feeling it and the other team's really not feeling it. Usually, this first point is more of a just buy as much time as you can going into the next point. Make it so they have as little time as possible to fight for the second point. So, yeah, getting that 1 point and 44% is a big deal because just 1 point alone isn't really enough on this map if you actually want to win the map.
I have to completely agree with you on that. And honestly, if we're looking at the team comp, it's looking like Extended Warranty is opting to drop the turn A, which that's a very difficult decision, especially on that second point. But they are opting to pick up a GM and they're running with a Hyperion that they did previously, together with the Unicorn. They're looking to just try to have like a beefy team. It looks like they're really trying to just sit on that first point, maybe potentially bash that Sazabi off. I'm not too upset with their decisions to drop that turn A.
No, I don't think the turn A drop is the worst decision ever, but they need to have a plan on how to deal with that all when it does come out from the side of For Fun. If you don't have some sort of way to sort of counter that turn A ult, and then you don't have your own to use as like a sort of counter play, it's going to be really tough, and they might just get. And with the amount of percentage they got last round, just one team fight loss on that second point could mean GG. So I really hope to see that they have some sort of counter ready to go.
And one other person that I want to point out really quick is RX June with 12 kills, 8 deaths. Yes, he does have a lot of deaths, but he has the second most damage on his team, basically tied with the Legend, and he has a lot of kills. He's really the person right now that is securing the kills on the side of Extended Warranty.
I've seen the Gundam alts this game get a ton of value, which is like not the norm. Usually those alts kind of just go out and they take some space. Maybe they get one here and there, but we've been seeing those Gunmalts get a kill almost every time. I don't know if that's because of the most recent patch, or maybe the Gundams in this game are just playing very well.
Yeah, I have to completely agree with you. And on the side of extended warranty, they are also opting to go for the Dynamis. And I don't necessarily mind that, but I feel like, knowing that you're trying to, you know, you're not really trying to hold this first point. I feel like I would have rather see them play something a little bit more defensive instead of the Dynamis.
Yeah, maybe they'll swap when we hit the second point, but it looks like for now they are sticking with it, trying to hold outside a little bit here, Anime, Ethan, and the Legend, while the rest of the team sort of sits back inside, just trying to get some alt points, I guess, off the start. But that doesn't last too long, as For Fun are able to take control of this sort of outside and get ready to push up into main here.
And if we look at the defense left side, For Fun is just walking up. They walked all the way around the side, not allowing that Dynamis to get much value. And now it looks like they're trying to get ready for one consolidated push in to deny extended warranty from holding this point for long. And Hockey gets a pick immediately on the Pale Rider. That's massive. This point is going to be so hard to hold now on the side of
the
extended
Pale Rider
warranty.
caught out of position on the bottom of the point instead of playing on the bridge, and they get punished for it, and they go down. Mr. Hockey going in the back line. Oh, RX shooting with a great shot, denying Mr. Hockey at a very low HP, but in the meantime, looks like the rest of the team of For Fun is just on point. Gift of Gab getting Barb Slam, but those nerfs are effective, and Gab actually lives from that position. Wild.
It almost doesn't even matter if extended warranty gets too many picks here. The fact that they're down so many numbers so early is going to make it incredibly hard for them to hold this point for any amount of time. And
Yeah,
For Fun is just doing an effective job doing a ton of damage. Sweet Peanut Butter getting a ton of damage off before he dies. But extended warranty is able to retake it, and the Legend even gets his Dynamis ult and is doing a ton of work with it.
Yeah, I mean, Dynamis ult charging very quickly on the side of extended warranty and getting the value, taking out Mr. Hockey there as he tries to escape, and they're actually going to have to do a full reset for this next push onto the first point. That's a lot of time bought for the side of extended warranty, and they use the ult on a character they're probably going to swap, so that's no value lost.
Absolutely. RX June has the ult on the RX-78, which is very big here, can be used to delay just for another couple seconds the other team, For Fun from pushing in. But it does look like the turn A on the side of extended warranty is going to get pushed off of that high ground, and For Fun is taking that defensive top right high ground.
Looking at the health points on the side of extended warranty, they're all very low, and yeah, they're finally dropping. It looks like they might lose this here. Although a great flail from RX June taking out Wave Shield as the Legend cleans him up with the Dynamis pistols. Look at him fighting in there, right in the neck of things, taking out Sweet Peanut Butter with those pistols as well, fighting on the stairs, but he finally goes down. That was some
Mr.
awesome
Hockey on that Susanoo. You know, honestly, if for those that don't know, Dynamis pistols got a slight buff, and so they're going to be doing that a little bit more damage, and we are seeing the Legend really effectively do that. And while I know that the Legend is at 80% ult charge on the Dynamis, I would have really loved to see the swap immediately. I feel like that's just one of those units where you're going to get that ult, but how much value are you really going to be able to get with it? But
I can only think that they plan on using the ult to snipe the turn A out of the air. I think that's the only thing I think of in my head. But right now, Wave heading the point immediately to sort of draw the attention of the defense away, and it's working. Look at all the attention he's garnered while his team is able to take all of this position.
Absolutely. The Dynamis does has ult, does pop it, and Gift of Gab does have the turn A ult. It is and they just used punch. That's so bad. It's going to be so difficult for them to deal with that turn
The
A.
Legend.
And, oh my god.
He's taking out everyone. He took out Pale Rider ult. He takes out 3 more. What an insane Dynamis ult from the Legend. I take it all back. Stay on Dynamis. Don't ever swap. The value you're getting is insane. Another one from Legend.
100%. I said, what is he going to do with that Dynamis ult? And he just showed us what he was doing with that, getting 4 kills, stopping 2 ults. That is incredible. And Keku popping the barb ult. Unfortunately, Gift of Gab has that fast reaction time and pops the ult immediately. And he's chasing them down, 1 HP, but does get 2 kills, does make that space for the side of For Fun, and it's going to be very difficult for extended warranty to hold this, especially with 4 on the point, including that Sazabi. Mahiro grenading out the top of the map, not allowing them to get a good position. It's going to be very difficult for them to stop, and they are, unfortunately, able to stop them.
Yeah,
For Fun take win 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that turn A ult came out, and it did what it's supposed to do. It made all this space, got some kills, and their whole team collapsed on point. And extended warranty couldn't fight back. Although we are going to see the MVP here from the Legend 27 doing everything they can, taking out an entire team on their own in that first fight at second point, but it wasn't enough, and For Fun take the win here 2-0.
Absolutely. What a great match by both teams. I just feel like the ult management was just slightly better on the side of For Fun, and they were able to win the fights that they needed to win, in order to secure that game and secure the series.
Yeah, I think ult management's a great point there. We saw in the attack of Flak Forward as Extended Warranty kind of struggled to sort of use their ultimates and take position. And I do have to go back to, I think the lack of saws made it hard to sort of take space without utilizing the ults, which I think is why they're so scared of wasting them.
100%. And overall, though, a great series by both teams. I don't think either team can be, extended warranty can't be too upset about that performance. I just think that For Fun did outplayed them in very small ways that allowed them to overall secure that victory.
And so we see Extended Warranty now. They're going to be going down to 3-1, and there's going to be a 4-way tie at 3-1 in the league. But For Fun getting up to 2-2, meeting up with Portland Burnsiders, and that puts them in a nice position to potentially break into the top 4 next week.
Absolutely. This league is, about to get rumbled up because next week, some teams are going to win, some teams are going to lose. It's just the nature of competition. And that means that, the top of those brackets, Meowing Cats, Wizards of Oz, Extended Warranty, and Gundam 7 Stars, they are the people to keep their eyes on for next week because whoever is able to win, especially if any of them are versing each other, that is going to catapult them even farther forward.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see sort of how the league shakes up and who ends up on top because, yeah, this was all set up and now we see a 4-way tie. Like, it's going to be insane to see which team sort of come out on top.
100%. I wanna hear your closing thoughts here, Red.
I guess my closing thoughts on the whole series. I mean, I expected it to go to a map 3, honestly. I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get to see Conveyance here. It would have been fun to see that. But I think regardless, For Fun sort of showed that don't count them out with that 1-2 score line. You can't count them out because they're really good and they're here to sort of take this league by surprise.
Absolutely. I am right there with you. Extended Warranty did put up a very solid fight, but it really seemed like For Fun came into the series with a very well constructed game plan and they executed it very well.
One thing more I want to point out is that it looks like they were ready for the bans on the side of Extended Warranty. I think that was a big deal, is that For Fun were expecting the Marsai ban and they had a strategy planned around it. I was really impressed by that triple melee comp they pulled out on Thermal Plant and how they sort of played around their Mahiru.
100%. That was definitely, Peanut Butter, I think for me was the MVP of that series. He did so much damage, held so much space, and was overall an extraordinarily effective component. And I think one of the main reasons why For Fun was able to take that series 2-0.
Well, overall, I think that's the end of the matches for this week. So I want to thank everyone for coming in and tuning into the games this week. We'll see you all next week.